Hey, Mr. Tyler.
Hey, Sakar. Hello, Valdez.
Hey, Mr. Tyler.
Courtney. Hey, there's Dajay.
Can we start with the norms?
One moment. Let me save attendance, Courtney.
No
'Cause I
one has
got
the right to hurt another person. Education
okay.
in the classroom are sacred. We will never behave in a way that will discredit ourselves, our school, or our family. And Cell Academy of Southwest student always acts with integrity. We take pride in the Cell Academy of Southwest.
Okay. Someone else would like to finish up the academic norms.
Me
Courtney,
for extra credit. We
go
respect
for it.
the opinions of others. We respect the culture of the classroom. We are attentive and participate. We have high expectations of ourselves, our peers, and our teachers. And we are here to focus on preparing ourselves for secondary endeavor.
Awesome. So all you guys really have to work on today is pretty much. Let me stop this. The staff talking to each other is work on project one. And later on today, I wanted to show you how to get your VNC viewer set up if you haven't done so already. So I want to make sure because yesterday we had a lot of students that got participation points, but not everybody finished part two, which is not part two, but project one. So you're gonna need in today's class because we're just finishing up because I anticipate it takes 2 days for you to finish it. First day was a group activity. Second, today we're working on project one. So if you are by your kit, it's best for you to do it on your kit. What I'm doing because I'm gonna show you how in one moment. But you need this book to follow all the steps and make it done. Now, I'm not sure who finished it. I think Ms. Kennard sent me one. I'm not sure who else finished the project one, but you literally was going to page 69, right? And project one was called Astronaut Reaction Timer. So I want to give out some more points because I want to have someone read what the objective was today. So let me.
I want to read it.
Who is that? Sankara? Okay, give me a second.
Yeah.
You guys know about the PlayStation and all that. All right, so go ahead, Sankara.
Okay, welcome to Intro to Engineering with Robotics. Agenda today objective. Students will be able to utilize Chapter 4 of the Raspberry Pi Beginner's Guide to complete questions for class group activity.
Okay.
Classroom term of the day is conditional, where the day is frugal.
Very
Frugal.
good. Very good. Okay, so you got the first 20 and 15 more. Cool. Sinclair and Courtney got the first 20 when he did the first part of the norms. All right, so and then your norms is plus 20. So you're racking up, Sinclair. Let's hear. Welcome to class, Edward. Everybody's coming in. I knew it was gonna happen. Everybody's coming to class on the last week before you can make anything up. It's called playing catch up. All right. And I don't mean the ketchup sauce. I mean, I'm not ketchup at the last minute, right? So what we're working on today is project one. Again, go to page 69. You have to at least, let me go here, come out of this. You have to at least be an ESV so you'll know where to turn it in at. Now, a lot of you guys should have already taken care of that Google Doc. If you missed that opportunity, it was in class assignment, so don't worry about it. But you still get half the credit if you finish project one in class. If you are done, like Ms. Kennard with project one, I want you to skip ahead to project two and try to program that. Now, after the end of the timer, I'm going to be having everyone try to connect their computers to their Raspberry Pis, whether it's a cell phone and you want to connect to the Raspberry Pi or a tablet. You can do that if you install something called VNC Viewer. So I'm going to take everybody through what you would need to do to get started with Scratch 3, which is where you're going to be programming it on your kit. All right. So let's go to the project. Welcome to class, Aaliyah. So this is my actual VNC viewer installed on my computer, my laptop. It's going to let me portal or remote into my Raspberry Pi. Now, this is a technique I'm going to try to teach you guys later, but let's just work on the basics, right? So I want to log in real quick and show you what it looks like when you're trying to do project one. Project one starts on page 69. Keep on saying that until it rings a bell. And I'm talking about page 69 of this book that everybody has. We all have the same book. All right. Okay, so this is what I did last class period with some students. I'm going to see who wants 50 points to read a paragraph. So you got to raise your hand if you want 50 points. That's Mr. Valdez. So I want you to turn your book to page 70 if you have it and read that top paragraph. So you got to start where it says this project all the way down to enter key.
You said page 70, right?
You see the top paragraph?
Yeah.
All right, go right ahead and read it.
This project relies on two images, one as a stage background, one as a sprite, which are not included in Scratch's built-in resources. To download them, click on the Raspberry icon to load the Raspberry Pi OS menu. Move the mouse pointer to Internet and click on Chromium web browser. When the browser has loaded, type rpf.io/astronaut backdrop into the address bar, followed by the enter key. Right click on the picture of space and click on save image as, then click on the save button, figure 4 through 10. Click back into the address bar and type rpf.io/astronaut sprite, followed by the enter key. There, keep going.
Yep. No, that's it. You're good.
Okay.
So if everybody see, I just did what he just explained, right? That was Mr. Valdez. So what I want you to do now is get your kit started, open up a browser, and type in these commands to get these two. You have to save both of them to your desktop so you can use Scratch 3. That's the first thing you want to do. So page 70 tells you what to start off with. Start there. And then next, you're going to come here and open up Scratch 3. So I'm going to close this down. Do you want to stay or leave? Yes, I want to leave. Now you should have saved the both of these like I have. And I put mines on the desktop. He said right click. This is from the instructions on page 70, everybody. So I hope you're reading along. Right click, save image as, and you'll get this, and make sure you save it to your desktop. Once you do that, you see I already saved mines. You save it as a PNG file because you're going to use it in Scratch 3. All right, I'm going to close this because I already saved it. And you get to Scratch 3 by clicking on the Raspberry up here in the corner and coming down to Programming, Next, Scratch 3. So open that up right now, everybody, if you have your kit going, because it takes a little bit to load, probably anywhere from 30 seconds to a minute. Feels like forever, but it'll load. And you'll know what it looks like when it loads because you'll get the stage area, you get the coding area, or workspace area, and you know how to manipulate your sprites. So do this if you want to follow along with me on your kit. All right. So luckily, this first project doesn't really use the syntax. We just have to program it based upon what we want, but it needs some initial things. So the first thing is that image and also that sprite because you're going to change some things. All right, so when you're ready, the screen looks like this, if you see it. Next, what you want to do is you follow directions in the book. It tells you what? We got to remove this sprite because we're not using it. Now next, pick up your book and look at the figures. So I want someone else to read what is on, let's see here, page 70, and that's going to be for 40 points, the paragraph at the bottom. So let's see who's in on page 70. Anyone new? Or should I call
I
them?
do it.
Go ahead, Gray. You on the same page with me? Page 70, that paragraph at the bottom, starting with right click.
Right click the cat sprite in the list and click delete. Hover the mouse pointer over the choose a background icon. Then click the upload background icon from the list that appears. Find the space background .png file in the downloads folder. Click on it to select it, then click OK. The plain white stage background will change the picture of the space and the code area will be replaced by the backdrops area.
All right. Was that it?
Now,
I'm looking like, where's the dude? Finish.
here you can draw over the back, but now just click on the tab marked code at the top of the Scratch window.
Good. Great job. Great job. 40 points. All right. So now I want you to go through and do the rest of these steps. Now you got to do this part first, and I'll show you what I did so you can get straight to the coding. I don't want you to take it forever, but do what I'm doing now.
So the people without kits, did you just take notes until we get ours?
Well, the people without kids can still do this project. That's why I had you create a Scratch account on Scratch Online. So you can still get this done when you get your kit and make it work. Okay. But if you don't have your kit, it's kind of difficult to Get to the next step, which is syntax connections. And I think we do that project on Thursday to see if we're ready to do no final exam. So get your kits, make sure. But if you don't have your kit currently with you, you should be logging in to Scratch Online. Let me get that link for you. You could do it from there. Only problem is you need to save your work on Scratch Online. You got to create an account. So this is Scratch Online. I told you about this yesterday, especially when we was doing our group activity. I said, go on there. If you watch the video, and I said, go on there and make your own account. So you absolutely are not by your kid. You moving around. I know y'all busy, y'all adults, but hey, the grade is a grade. Maybe you want to take the course again. But if you have time, whether you're in motion or whatever, if you're on your phone, you can go here. It's hard to do on your phone. And y'all make stuff hard on yourselves, but you can still do it from here, but you got to log in with your account like mine's if you see on the screen. Now, back to this. Now, you need to, I want to show you what you could do, because the Scratch Online has the same interface as Scratch 3 almost, but it's more advanced. So now what you need to do is make sure, one, you move this out the way. What did they say do? Change your backdrop, right? So I'm going to go here. I clicked on this down here in the stage area. That's what they said in the instructions. I click on upload a backdrop. And they said do what? The space background. Looks like that. Open. Let it import. And there it is. So in your backdrop section now.
Yeah, when I get on that, I'm gonna just call you, FaceTime you. You could just, you know what I'm saying?
No, bro. See, they told me stop letting y'all waste my time. I love you, but you need to get this done. And not on your time. Because you like to hit me up late at night.
Homework too, man.
Yeah, I got bills to pay too, man, and taxes, and I got a parent. So, you know, come on now. You're going to have to get better. Calling me late at night. Like, come on. What was I about to say? You next thing you want to do is put the sprite in there. We're going to upload the sprite. I hope you guys are paying attention, because some of you seniors, man, you're resetting your clocks when you're going to graduate if y'all not doing good. So please get this done. So that much you're doing between pages 70 and 71. Okay. So I hope you did that much. And then you just go to this page 72 and you start block coding, or putting the blocks of code in there, if you can see that. Okay, so what is the first? I help walk you through the first part. Well, we click on events. It says when clicked, right? I'm on page 72 if you're confused. I'm gonna grab this and put this here. What does it tell you to do next? You grab the say block. So that's in looks. I'm gonna go this, and it says it's a save block with a time amount of 2 seconds. I'm on page 72 at the top if you're following along. So grab this, and boom. Now, when I do share outs, you guys can't say, well, I ain't got the kit, so I ain't do nothing. Or I was looking up at the ceiling and didn't know you said something. I'm like, okay, I got to call your parent to help you get back on track. But you can do this with the kit. If you have it, turn your kit on. And you could also do this online. That's why I did this. Because I got a lot of people saying, well, I ain't got it. So we're going to kill those excuses, because the grades got to be inputted real soon. Now, I want to go back to the objective one more time and give someone at least 20 points for reading it. Let's see here. Now, when you type in here, you want to make sure you add your name somewhere in there, and that was Sinkyra. So let me show the objective for Sinkyra. All right. This light's here. Can you see what's on the screen?
Yeah, students will be able to utilize Chapter 4 of the Raspberry Pi Beginner's Guide to complete questions for class group activity.
Thank you. All right. So that's what we're working on now, everybody. I'm going to give you about approximately 10 minutes, and I'm going to check back in on you, and I want to make sure you got something done. Now, if you happen to finish this faster than 10 minutes, okay, cool, but you're going to have to submit your file so I can test it on my end. And I have it online, and I also have it on my kit, so I can test any file you send. Okay, so if you can't share out, send me the file in EDSB, and I'll let you know how close you are. But try to get all the pages done when you do the block coding. Don't just give me half of it. So that's from page 72 for the block coding all the way to page 76. All right, and then page 76, right before project 2, shows you all what it's supposed to do. Now, I think, like I said, Ms. Kennard has already turned hers in. Ms. Kennard, you just work on project 2, synchronized swimming. That starts on page 76, because I know she submitted hers. Okay. So everybody, please do this, because if you don't, then that means you get single credit for yesterday's assignment group activities. You don't get double credit, which is the hands-on part, you putting these blocks of code together. Take your time, follow the steps in the book. Okay? Now, they stop biting your fingernails before it hurts. Holding the camera with it.
I'm dead. Okay.
Yeah, all right. Oh, she finally said I'm dead. That's her old word. All right, so 10 minutes, everybody. One day, so that's a bad habit. Stop biting your nails. Okay.
Yeah, you were right, Mr. Tyler. It looked weird on the phone. I guess I'm about to do this on the computer or my iPad.
Yeah, great. I was talking to a parent. Basically, you said you have a kid, it's just your Synsat wasn't working, so you can still do it on the kid. But oh dang, I didn't see Funes call me. I was teaching. But honestly, you can still use the kit to do it without the Synsat to do this part, or you can do it on a phone. And it's difficult. I would do it on a computer or a tablet. To be honest with
Yeah, I just do it on my iPad. I'm finna try this thing out right now.
you. Okay. Welcome to class, Mr. Miller. Uh, did you work on project one at all? Let's see here, Miller. Uh-oh. So that was our share out time. Everybody should have been on page, I want to say 69 through 76. So you were able to do the project on your Raspberry Pi. As I showed before, uh, everyone wanted to download these 2 files. You should have did that first, right? And then the next thing was, of course, if we look here, and these 2 files, they came from the book on page 70, I think. We downloaded these 2 files to our desktop. You just right click, save the image. And then the next thing is you're going to import it into your Scratch 3. I got Scratch 3 from here. I'm just recapping for you. And you open Scratch 3 up, takes a while to load. And again, once you got those files saved, you click on this here to upload the sprite. That's the astronaut. And then if you save the background, you come over here to stage, choose backdrop, and come up to upload your backdrop. And you'll have this so far like me. The next thing you should have did is, and right now I'm on page, 72 of the book. You want to type in almost the same message. So to get, maximum credit, you got to give your own signature. Inside the first block of code on page 72, you notice it says, hello, British ESA for European Space Association, astronaut Tim Peake. All right. So instead of Tim Peake, that's the, the guy in there, you're going to put your name. This is your signature. And it's how I know you did your work. All right. And it says, are you ready? You type all that, but you only change that part there. Right. So not Tim Peake, your name. So here, let me type it with you. So hello. British, you probably could change it to American if you want. Depends on how fancy we get. ESA, astronaut. And it's not Tim Peake, and put Mike Tyler. Not an astronaut, but I could if I wanted to apply for it, if I was told. And so here, and he says what? He says, are you ready? So you type that in there. And then we're going to grab the next block, which is, if you're looking at the coding on page 72, that'll be wait. So wait, and they tell you in the book where it is. It's a conditional statement. Hint, hint, that was our word of the day, right? Conditional. We come here to control. These are conditions. So if, then, else, wait. We're looking for wait. And put that here. Next, it says you need another say block. Everybody, I'm reading from the book right here on page 72 in case you get lost. I'm putting it together block by block for you to help you get it done. So next is what? I'm going to go to say, or I'm sorry, looks, right? And you can go by color if you get confused, because that's what the blocks do. They help you understand how to snap the codes together. So now this one doesn't have a timer. It's just a say block. So I'm going to grab this and snap that there like Legos. Next is hit space. So we're going to click in here and type. Now I'm going off what's in the book. So you got to type that there. So hit space. All right. That one's done. Next, I got to do what? Reset timer. So where do I find it at? Well, it looks like it's a baby blue, right? Or cyan color, and it says sensing. I go there. Can go down to where it says time reset timer, right? So you can scroll down and look for it, and there it is. And snap that there. Now, if I did all this correct, let's scroll over a little bit. This is how much I did just so far, and you got the rest you have to do. I can click on the green flag because this is one of your questions, right? And look what happened. All right, so it's animating, but we still got more to code. Because once you're done with that part, you can test it out, but you still got page 72, 73, 74, 75, and 76 to add to that code. And you got to follow directions. Otherwise, some of your code might not work. On page 76, that's how it's supposed to look. Now, when you're done, like Ms. Kanara did, you're going to go to File, Save to your computer. And once you do that, what will happen is it'll open up a window to say, hey, where do you want to save this at? So you can click on Desktop because that's the easiest for everybody to find. And then give it like Project 1. What name you should give is Project 1. Let me type that here. You could just say Scratch Project 1. Put a 1 there and your name. So you see how you get Scratch Project. And then I'm going to put 1 and I'll put Tyler because that's what I started on. That way I can always come back to it and work on it some more. Kind of like saving a video game.
Which one did you press? You press File?
Yeah, you click on File. And then you go Save to your computer if you can. All right. Again, you could do this too, Gray, with your kit, because you said the only thing that's wrong is your cable. So you can still be saving this, emailing it to yourself, and working on it some more later when you get you another kit. That's why I switched it, because you can still do this part.
I got it on my iPad now. I got the little
Oh,
caption.
okay. Okay. Well, don't forget to save it somewhere. You can find it and you can send it back to yourself.
Yes, I
Or
saved it
send it.
to the iPad. It said
Oh,
I had to
okay.
download it.
Okay. So you got to keep going with the rest of the steps because you're not done. I just did a little more with you all. Now, all right. Look, you got to power your kit up to do this. I'll go again. For those in the kit, you go to this Raspberry Programming and Scratch 3 and follow the directions between 69 all the way to 76 to get it right. Okay. Now I wanted to explain a little more. I was going to do share outs, but I feel like some people just got here. Some people just got situated. They getting started. But you got to go through all the things to make it work. What was I going to say? Objective, we're going to go over one more time before we leave. It's 3:16, so I'll give you 10 minutes. That'll take us to 3:26. And then we're looking for people to start submitting whatever they have. You don't have to be complete, but to get participation points. And we can't really share out until I teach you a new trick probably tomorrow, which is VNC Viewer. Well, I'm going to try to teach it before we leave, but it's kind of tough because you got to still do it yourself. We're going to see who can send the files, and you put the file into the, let me go to Esby and show you. You put the file at Esby under that assignment for yesterday. So it should be 2 files in there. One was your PDF that you should have documented with your copy from the group activity. I don't know if you guys remember. And then the other one, because you're going to put that PDF in Esby under that assignment for yesterday. And then this one is the SB3 file, right? And what I mean by that is this file. Like, remember I said click on file, save to your computer, and you're going to rename it. And it's a .sb3 file that you're going to be saving. Make sure you name it your own. So when I get it, I know it's you that did it. And you can also make sure your name in there and that first line is changed to your name. Don't send me somebody else's file, please. I will give you 0 credit for it. Do your own work. All right. You don't have to worry about it biting you in the butt later. All right. I think I said enough. So 10 minutes. Keep working at it. Make sure you have already saved your file, because once you save it, you can always go back and be like save again and say and overwrite it, so you still have it as you build on it. Great. You want to make sure you're logged into your actual Scratch account so you can always save your work online if that's how you're doing it. Daj, you got a question?
I don't know how to get my astronaut person up and now.
That's what okay. So go back to page 70, Daj. See the top of the page?
Yeah.
And then you see the part where it says type, it's at the last sentence, type RPF, that link.
Yeah.
Type that in there, open a new tab, and it should pop up with the astronaut. You got to right click and save them to your desktop so you can use
No,
it.
I already saved it. I'm working on the Scratch now.
So what are you trying to do? Get the astronaut in there?
Yeah.
So you don't know where you put your astronaut at, it sounds like.
I do know where I put my astronaut at.
Where did you put them? On the downloads or the desktop?
Downloads.
Okay, so what you do is, you see my mouse?
Yeah.
Okay, so you come here to choose sprite, right? Then you go to upload sprite, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it should open up a menu, right? What is that?
Bro, who is that ringing my doorbell like that?
Oh, that's your doorbell. Okay. I was like, whoa, it sounds like a crane.
So see who it is.
So Dajay, did you find it now when you did that?
Yeah, but like when I do it, my person, the background changed from the space and then it only changed to the astronaut.
No, because you're choosing stage.
Oh.
So stage is 2 buttons you're choosing. If you choose stage, that's what you use the space image for. If you choose sprite, you come down to sprite area or classes of sprites. You see choose a sprite, then you come up to upload a sprite. So you got 2 things you're downloading and 2 things you're uploading to your project. So again, the first one, let me go back here. That's the sprite. And then this is the background. So you go to stage to upload the background. Be careful which one you're doing.
Oh, this is confusing me.
No, it's not. especially if it's right there in the book. Just take your time, do what they tell you. Look at figure 411, right? And then in the book, you just take your time and it tells you how you would incorporate them. So 411 and 412 is what you're looking for on page 71.
Okay.
Take your time, you can do it. And if you get it wrong, just delete whatever you put in there and try to upload the correct thing again. It's trial and error. What's this? Somebody calling me. Okay. Do a quick pulse on the attendance. Like everybody's working. I set the clock, didn't I? Oh, goodness gracious. How much time can I give them? Let's shoot for 10 more minutes, and then we're going to do the NT viewer as quickly as we can.
All right, so I pressed the flag, and it got the words. The words are coming out the little cat's mouth, but it's not making a sound.
You see about the little cat's mouth. Okay. What page are you on of your coding? Did you finish all the pages?
Ooh, not yet. I was just saying, like, on how to put the sound on there, if you knew, or did I have to read about it?
You got to read about it because it's not really about the sound. It's about the timers. So if you read pages 72 in your book to 73 and like all the way up to 76, you see there's no sound, but it's just things that it wants it to do. Okay.
Okay. I was on 71.
So
Okay.
focus on that. Yeah, focus on that. Go to the next one and just keep progressing through as you put the code together. Okay.
All right.
All right. Okay. Did I hit the timer? I think I did. I did. Okay. All right. You wonderful people. Beautiful people. Somebody left early. Miller, he dipped off on me again. Dipset. He dipped off. Gotta mark him absent. Where is he at? Okay, come on, attendance. He came and he left. Get to the share out point. Miller, okay. He's gonna ask when he left class now. All right. Okay. Did that work out? It did. And just save the timestamps and everything. Cool. All right. So look, I wanted to talk about VNC Viewer today. Probably gonna have to wait till tomorrow when we work on after project 2. That's what we're gonna do next. I think I told Ms. Kennard and a few others, if you're done with project 1, what you want to do is you want to submit that file into yesterday's assignment. I should see 2 files in there, right? First file will be the group activity, your PDF copy. That should already be in there today. If not, turn that in. And then the other big thing is, of course, this Scratch project. Once you're absolutely done with it, you're going to save the file. You're going to name it, well, I think it's called Scratch Project 1 and your name. Now, your name should also be in that first line of code where it says something. Like mine's is in there. If I play this again for you, my line of code is, where's the code at? I gotta come over here. What in the world happened? Is there still some code there, or is it a new file? All right. So basically, when I hit the flag, yeah, it's there. And you see Mike Tyler too. So the code's in there. Oh, because I clicked on stage. Here we go. Okay. So we can talk about how to add music to this later and stuff. It's easy. But I want you to follow steps in the book so I can give you maximum credit when I grade it. Once you're done, you're going to submit this file, like I said, in EDSB under the same assignment. Let me come here and show you what I mean. So if I go to EDSB, I'm not logged in, but if I go to EDSB, will it load up for me? Oh, no, it wants me to sign in. Oh, okay. It remembered me. All right, cool. So, this is the class period. And waiting for it to load. You'll see here that that's the recording from yesterday, and also the links you need for labs 1 through 8 so far. But the assignment was posted on the 25th, which is yesterday, and you can find this also in the library section of EDSB. At the very top here, you have a library feature. If you click on that, you can also access the videos faster. Now, last opportunity for not 32, good Lord, 20 points. And that's for someone to read the objective.
Me.
Once more. That was not Jay. You got your hand up. Go ahead.
Students will be able to utilize Chapter 4 of the Raspberry Pi.
Can you see it?
Pi Beginner's Guide to complete questions for class group activity.
All right. Okay, so with that said, that's Daje's 20 extra points. With that said, it is now 3:35. Once you use the rest of this class period, you can log off to finish up that assignment. Turn it in by 8 p.m. because we're moving on to project 2 tomorrow. Gray, you had a question?
Yeah. Actually, I'm on page 75 right now. So the time, it say time, and they got like the 7 at the end. It's not trying to let me put, time in there.
Well, you got to grab time as a variable. Did you create a variable?
Yeah, you see this part like right here? Like I'm trying to put this green part right here, and it's not letting me. Like they keep.
So what green part are you talking about? Looks like it's multiplication, right?
I'm talking about that one right there with the 7.
So it's a 7, and it's also time, right?
Right. It's not.
So you got
there.
You got to put it together first. Then you put that whole thing in there. You understand what I mean?
Okay.
So let me come out of here and show you what I'm talking about.
Yeah, how can this stuff just fit in like a glove?
No, man, it's features to it. It's block coding. Everything has to match up before it goes somewhere. So where's Scratch at? Let me see here. Got you. All right, so you're on basically. I'm gonna try to do that part with you. So it's set, right? And set is what?
Distance.
So it's in the distance. I'm talking about which category?
Ooh. The little orange thing.
Okay, good. Variables, right? So set, and you said you made the variable already, right?
Yeah.
Because one of the variables is distance. So you make variable and put distance here. You got to do this before it'll show as distance in that block code, right? And okay. All right. And then I can change this to distance. Next, I do what? Well, it says 2 and it's a 0 there. But before I can do that, I got to construct this green, which is multiplier, and that's an operator, right?
Yep.
So if we come up here, we're looking for something for multiplication, and I see it right here. All right, you follow me?
Yep.
Okay, now you're going to go back and you need a variable called time. So come over here, variables. I don't have one yet, but I got to make one for time.
Right, I made that. I made all of that already. I'm just trying to see why I'm not trying to go in.
Hold on. Let me catch up to you. Grab time, and that goes in the first one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like that. And then this one is 7, right?
Oh, wait, go back. How you do?
What? Whoa, what'd you say?
Go back. How did you do? No, wait, never mind. I think I got it.
You got it.
Thanks.
And then we grab this whole thing and
put it on there. Yeah, got it. Okay.
and it works. So
Yeah.
take your take your time. Take your time. Figure it out. Don't get frustrated. Oh, see, that's y'all be giving yourselves heart attacks. Take your time and do all the steps so you can get full credit. Turn that file in. But it's 3:39. Everybody is pretty much dismissed. Again, you got till 8 to turn in something into that same assignment. Tomorrow we're going to be working on project 2. So come ready to work. And we're going to do VNC Viewer. So if we finish that fast, we can get a quiz score in for that VNC Viewer part.
Mr. Tyler.
Who is that, Kennard? Yeah.
Yeah. I'm doing the scratch too. I finished it, but I can't. It won't let me switch costume to right. You get what I'm saying?
You said switch costumes for what? You on project 2?
Yeah, it says switch costume to right. Go to page 84.
Okay, I was going to say thank you. Okay.
It won't let me switch costume.
Switch costume to left. Oh, which costume do you have in there?
It's just I don't know. It's just
Okay, so I can't see your screen, and I wish we set up VNC Viewer. But did you figured it out?
Because I deleted it. I deleted one of the costumes.
I was going to say, what sprite do you have selected? Because it has costumes. If you choose the right ones, it has multiple costumes.
Right, I made 2 and I deleted it because I didn't see it on the page.
Oh, okay, well, you got to put it back, right?
Okay.
Give that a try and let me know if it works. But you're golden otherwise. Keep working at it. So who I got left? I got Aaliyah and Dajay and Valdez. Are y'all here with me? Or are y'all just in limbo?
No, yeah, I was gonna ask you about the Raspberry Pi. Whenever I turned it on, it would just get stuck on the loop to log in. It looked like the terminal.
Okay.
And I've been trying to re-download the desktop program into the SD card so I could like reboot it somehow, but I'm having some issues.
You got 2 SD cards, right?
Yeah.
So which SD card works?
Right now I'm using the 32 gigabyte one.
So try to use that one only until we can figure out if we can reload your operating system.
Alright.
So you got to turn everything off, put in the other SD card, and see if it starts up.
Okay. Alright.
Give that a try, okay?
Alright. Thanks for telling. I'll watch some videos too.
Yeah, go to the library and you'll be able to catch up. And put this video in here tonight, so you'll be able to watch this too.
I turned this one in for the space astronaut guy.
That's project 1. Yeah, it goes in yesterday's assignment.
The collaboration group work.
Yeah, for chapter
Okay.
4.
Yeah. All right. Thanks, Mr. Taylor. I was just making sure I had it in the right place.
No problem.
All right. Have a good
Ali,
day. I'll see you tomorrow.
You too. See you tomorrow. Aaliyah, Daje, are y'all there or what happened? Class is over. All right, I guess Leah stepped away and Daje's left her computer running.